5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Daddy.
Freeze that bag!
She's got spunk.
Get out of the van!
What are you packing?
Spear gun.
Where'd you get it?
Cards and things.
Is that down by Pretzel Man?
No, 3rd level, across from Roots.
By Lady's Foot
Get
Locker?
out of the van!
Listen, I'm gonna get her to move. Don't leave without me. You know, I really like you.
Hello and welcome to the worst movie ever made, an experiment, the movie podcast designed with one thing in mind to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ackman. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Mailman Scientist Rob Scucci and Bob Hessick. Hey guys, how are you? And why are we doing Carpool?
I'm going to have a tinnitus flare up for the rest of the evening because of that intro. So I'm doing...
You caught me off guard.
We're doing Carpool. And I haven't seen this since it came out. It was like on like Comedy Central and shit, like all the time.
Yeah.
Or like, I think on like Encore or some shit. But I remembered it like being enjoyable, but also through my memory, also recognizing it's not great. I do think it has a lot of things going for it, idea-wise and storyboard-wise, as far as the chain of causality. But I think there's too much going on for it to be effective, and it ultimately undermined itself through its execution. Bob, how are you?
I'm all right. When this came out, I was turning 20 and like getting my first tattoo and like in college.
Nice.
So this was nowhere near my radar. Like I never looked back. Like I'm like, yeah, that existed.
And here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Almost 30 years after its release.
Exactly.
This is the whole reason Rob does the podcast.
Yeah. It is. All right.
So I'm ready to describe it.
Sure, let me just get the explanation bumper. Yeah.
Hey Bob, what are you doing over there? You know, it's time to explain the movie, right? You gotta give us the best explanation. Bob?
All right.
Okay. All right. So it's a C1 this time.
Okay.
A clingy, carny criminal carjacks and kidnaps kids, is caught by a Karen cop, continues to cut and run, causing chaos constantly.
Truth. Very nice.
Actually, that almost sums up the whole thing. Like it's a very straightforward story. But here we go.
Right.
Franklin
Can
is.
can I read that
go
back
ahead.
real quick, just for the minutes?
Yeah.
All right. A clingy, carny criminal carjacks and kidnaps kids, is caught by a Karen cop, continues to cut and run, causing chaos constantly.
Exactly.
Cool.
So Franklin is Tom Arnold's character, and he's out of money to run the carnival or something, and is also a divorced deadbeat dad, distant from his darling descendant. That was anyway. I had to squeeze that in. He plans to rob someone for money, and while attempting his escape, hijacks a bunch of kids and teens and a dorky dad in the minivan. They destroy so much property and nearly kill all pedestrians in the way, like really close. The kids take a liking to Franklin, and they want him to get away from the cops. They're on his side, even though And while the cops are douchey and annoying, they're just doing their job, and he's running away. But somehow, eventually, enemies become friends, and everyone ends happier than they started, except the mom character that was throwing chairs out the restaurant window. That was so dumb.
Yeah.
This got a 13% Rotten Tomatoes score.
Can I say one thing about that one scene though? Like the final sizzler scene is what you're talking about, right? The final ambush.
The sizzle reel, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a funny scene, but what's funny about it, which would work in any other movie, is how hard the officer gets thrown through the fucking window.
Well, here's the thing: if they never showed her, if they never showed her figure like moving around, it would have been better.
Yeah.
You shouldn't show the monster. Not
Exactly. You'll see the zippers in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, let's throw it to the best YouTube comment.
Sure.
Your brains will be squirting out in your ears.
YouTube. Anybody who's ever been in this exact situation can relate to what happens in 1996's Carpool. When the frog kid used the hand buzzer thing, I almost spit.
Nice.
That was written by me. And
Was it really?
And I've decided whenever I do a comment like that, I'm doing it from the worst movie ever made YouTube account. So we think that.
Oh yeah.
On the
Love
trailer that I commented on.
Get us some
But
traction.
are we gonna guess though from now on if it was you or not?
Yeah,
Right.
I just didn't.
Like a fact or no
I
fact.
didn't know if that was like in the mind yet, so I just figured I would just like toss a bone on this one.
Yeah.
But now that it's actually happened, that will
Yeah.
be the moving rotation. Okay.
I'd watch you toss a bone. Let's throw it to test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
We're not cable guys. We're linemen.
I told you I'm a lineman now. A lineman's the you want around if you feel like the world's coming to an end. I told you I'm a lineman now.
So you're a lineman.
For being a lineman. For being a lineman.
He's not some boy.
But then what is
He's a lineman,
So you're a lineman.
like you.
Ain't that a pig, Cam?
Who's
I think it's me, Chris Bob,
Yeah.
this week, right?
okay.
Rob first.
And like I've off air, you guys know what's going on. I've got a crazy situation at home right now. Nothing crazy, nothing bad, but like just gotta deal with it. So this is seat of my pants endeavor here.
Okay.
Dad has to drive the kids to school. That's whack. Until he stops for fancy pastries and his car gets jacked. Kids late for school. Nobody thinks Hammerman's is cool. Tom Arnold in the front and douchey dad's presentation in the back.
Nice.
That's really good.
Really good. Yeah. We're
It's
throwing
the
together.
adrenaline of it all,
Yeah. Killer. A workaholic absent dad and a well-meaning criminal compete to see who can keep captive kids on the edges of their seats. Abduction's a no-no. Thank God for bad popo. Fuck Tom Arnold.
You guys really hate him, don't you?
I hate Tom Arnold.
I don't hate him.
I can
I
take
just
or
don't
leave
think
him.
I don't think he's in anything good. I think that's just the problem.
That's a huge part of the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I went extra once again with my alliteration because I'm
All right.
I'm a nerd.
Hey, it's your thing.
A deadbeat dad drives a dorky dud named Dan. Vehicular veering with velocity in a very vapid van. One long car chase creates a story so drab. Tom Arnold hasn't been in something that stinks this bad since he was doing the nasty with his ex Roseanne.
Ew. She does stink that bad.
It's
I'm sure of it.
yeah.
Ew. Damn.
You know
I'm
what
vo-
though?
I'm voting
The
Rob
fa-
4-5.
I was gonna say, I'm torn between Chris and Bob because you guys both had. Chris had the succinctness of the fuck Tom Arnold, which was funny, but I don't agree. I'm ambivalent to Tom Arnold, but like Bob brought in details about Tom Arnold's marriage, which kind of
He did.
yeah. So I'm gonna say Bob 4-5, I guess.
So what do we have? A Rob 4-5, a Bob 4-5?
Yeah.
All right, so team win 4-5. Nice job.
Okay. Fuck you.
Sweet. Let's do test number 2, the most offensive.
It was inevitable.
Arsenal. Andy.
All right. Number
Oh yeah. Bob 5.
5.
child abduction, breast reduction. What am I talking about? I don't know, but I know that the older sister who is like attractive to Bucky is talking about how her mom. I'm pretty sure it's her talking about her mom needs to get her boobs reduced because they're too big or something, and it was supposed to be like sexually appealing to the teenager. And this was right around the time that the kids get abducted. So there you go. Child abduction, breast reduction. I just like the way that sounded.
I must have missed that line.
Yeah, no, something about her nipples being like taken off and put back, like in the wrong place or something like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty odd dialogue for a movie like this. An honorable mention. Bob mentioned it before, but the small business destruction everywhere that happens all over the place.
Yeah.
But I guess every week we can't put that on the top 5. So let's go to number
4.
Arnold almost always averts attention away from aiming automobile.
Big time.
What I hate about Tom Arnold the most in this movie is the fact that he thinks very highly of himself, but also that he does not look at the road ever while he's driving in this movie.
That's in my catch-all, so I'll mark it down. Not to say it.
Oh my god. It is so aggravating. He spends full minutes looking at Dan, I think is the character's name, across from him.
Yeah.
While he's driving. And then they have the really bad, like, Seinfeld-looking green screen in the back at times, where he's turning the car, but he's just going like this.
Yeah.
You know, the standard, I'm driving a car, like you would do if you were doing a read for an audition.
Yeah.
Like, I'm driving the car. My name's Rick, and...
have you ever just, like in a parking lot, or, like, where it's safe to, like, try doing that motion while, like, you're just actually driving your vehicle, and you're like, oh!
No. You go into, like, a death roll.
Yeah. I do that on empty, snowy roads just to see what happens.
Yeah, a little stress test on the 4-wheel drive. Yeah,
in the Amazon truck.
In my heart.
Yeah.
Number 3. PC police prevent piss poor P.T. Barnum from profiting. This is Tom Arnold explaining how it's not cool how people don't like to use certain terms and make fun. Basically, he's like, I can't make any money because nobody likes to make fun of disabled and unfortunate people anymore. Which I think is
I think he's
kind of fucked up. He's right.
If only his character was able to see Instagram Reels in 2025.
I know. I think he's wrong. He's totally wrong.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if he said wrong or right, but yeah, he is wrong. Number 2. This is actually a clip, not the first of the day, again, because of our opener, but this one is called Not Shoulder.
I can't see. I'm scared.
Bucky! What? I thought you might be scared, so I grabbed your shoulder.
That wasn't my shoulder.
It wasn't?
No.
Wow.
Okay, fucking stupid.
There's 2 things stupid about that. 2 things stupid. 1, it wouldn't feel like a shoulder.
No, it wouldn't. That's my immediate objection.
She didn't have anything. I mean...
All right, fair enough.
she was a kid.
Yeah.
But he's in middle school or whatever, and she's got middle school boob. You know.
I feel like most middle schoolers don't have much.
It's relative to him, though. They're like mountains to him because he doesn't know better. You know.
Has he never touched a shoulder before?
Yeah, exactly.
Or a boob. Well, that was his first boob, probably. If he thought it was a shoulder. If he thought.
Bags of sand.
If he thought shoulders had like fatty corpuscles, I guess maybe I don't know.
Man,
Rob, just because you like Tom Arnold doesn't mean you have to like all the parts of this movie.
I didn't like it. I'm just saying, like, I could understand like being a middle schooler and wanted to touch some boob. I think it's
now
a universal thing.
Thanks to this movie, now I'm just picturing everybody walking around with nipples on their shoulders.
I'm just taking myself out of this conversation. I have to go to work tomorrow at a middle school.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's start to number...
For your math class.
1.
Yes, math teacher. All right, I don't know. This didn't deserve to be number 1 because we were just talking about like groping someone in the dark. Yeah. But he's so insultingly late. And his pitch is so shitty, and it works.
Oh, yeah.
And I found that to be highly offensive. I mean, go ahead.
I have an honorable mention. I didn't clip it. It was one of the things I was watching it, and I was like, should I bring it up on the show? And I was like, whatever. But there is an overdub for the Hammerman executive guy when he talks about like dropping his charges against Tom Arnold. It's a completely different voice because he's like, "Oh, what do you mean? Our clientele's adults," and he's like, "We will drop those charges for you and just have you do community service." Like it's that obvious. It's that obvious. I wish I clipped it, but he
is super famous. That's Rod Steiger. Super.
Oh yeah. Oh, Steiger. We go
My honorable mention was using the term meter maid several times.
Yes. Yeah, they really did.
I mean,
That's
the
pretty
Beatles did it.
offensive. Who?
The Beatles?
In the 1996?
No, they had that lovely Rita meter maid. I've got like a quarter of a
Rita
brain cell
Perlman?
firing today. Whatever's just coming in, it's like 6 degrees of whatever.
So the
happening.
filter is asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what we got for the offensive stuff. You guys want to mention anything else before we move it on to Rob's ad read?
No, I think that's good.
Then do it.
All right, where'd my ad read button go? Okay, give me a second. File, add sound files. I must have. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, so we got to go to bumpers. That's season 22 we're on now.
22, yeah.
Okay, I'm just stalling while I find it. Lineman ad read.
It's kind of
That's gonna
interesting.
go up there. Okay, and we did pitch, we did offensive. Okay, ad read. Here we go.
There it is.
Well. Just what are you pretty little
listeners
doing out here with no
3 a.m. hot dogs
and to keep you company?
Guys, so we have a new sponsor as of last week called Emergency Pickles.
Yeah.
And they went gangbusters when everybody went to www.theworstmovieevermade.com and used promo code EPIC. And because of that,
Yes.
they actually sent me a box of swag and they wanted me to do a live testimonial. So I'm just going to play that for you guys right now.
Wow.
Outstanding.
All right, Emergency Pickles, everybody.
Are you going to play the video on the YouTube?
It'll be there
Or
at
just the audio?
www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
All right. You just wait. I mean, the soft yet crunchy texture of the pickle that rests
Hanging off my lip.
so softly on Rob's bottom lip for an uncomfortable amount of time is really what you need to check out because it looks tender, it looks crunchy.
I didn't even
all
want.
at
I was
once.
saving that
Sour,
pickle for a real
garlic,
emergency,
who
but
knows?
then you texted me. You're like, "Thank God for emergency pickles." And like, I could. And then those things are big. They're like,
Yeah.
they're
That
hefty.
it's like Big E pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big E pickle. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the
So
Big E
where are we
pickle.
at now?
Test number 3, the worst dialogue. Thank you for
Okay.
the transition.
Low testosterone. Man boobs.
Those are the things they bring up when they can't think of anything else to say because it's bad dialogue. And this is the worst dialogue.
Too true.
All right.
Number
5.
This is N.E. Gas.
Okay.
Hi, Mom.
Don't forget, I want to go to Sizzler tonight.
Now you know you're not allowed to Sizzler anymore, Mom.
That salad bar said all you can eat.
Yeah, but it was closing time.
I wasn't finished.
You've been there since noon, Mom.
They cheated me.
Well, maybe so, but they also got a court order. So if you go back now, it's a violation of your probation. Okay? We'll talk about it later.
Listen, cutie pie, when they repossess the truck, you don't have to leave them any gas.
Right, you're the expert on gas, Mom.
It's
Fuck.
it's the sing-songy like bloom 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 bloom
Yeah.
bloom bloom
Yeah.
bloom in the background.
We know these are kooky characters.
Ghostbusters.
I couldn't resist. It popped up on my phone.
All right, number 4. Neighbor.
I lost my wallet.
Why?
I must have dropped it.
Why? So?
So, I can't drive without a driver's license. You're gonna have to switch with me.
Well, wait a minute. I don't think that rule applies while committing a felony.
Good point.
Look, maybe I haven't explained to you exactly how important my meeting is today. See, I've been working on this Hammerman account for about 3 months now, and it's a good account.
Look, I don't like this any more than you do, okay? I'm not a perfect person. I see a buck on the ground, I pick it up. Sometimes I take 15 or 16 items right through the express lane. And I have a temper. You know, like my neighbor, he was playing his music too loud, so I killed him. And I cut him up, and I put him in the freezer. I'm just kidding you. Just kidding you. Just trying to break the tension. I do that when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
All right. I hate everything about that.
Yeah.
Who is he? Like, what kind of guy is he? He's supposed to be lovable.
Yeah. Is this PG or PG-13? I think it's PG, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
I'll look it up after the fact
There's-
and no fact.
Yeah,
There's
there's a fair amount of tit talk, so
Yeah.
you know.
It's just, I don't want to get over your worst production, Bob, but the problem I have is represented well in that clip. So we could just move on to the next number.
Ooh, interesting.
3.
Never shave.
I said I'm ready.
I don't work here.
I said I'm ready. I'm ready.
What are you doing? She's ready.
What do you think?
I think you're probably gonna have to wear a hat. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Can we go now?
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing there?
We're waxing her lips. I just gently pull this away, and the hair comes off.
Oh, that's so cool. I'd never have to shave Mom's hump again. Yeah, she's gonna hump her back there. Did you guys make house calls?
Well, why don't you just send her in? We're a lot of fun.
Millie, well, she's not. Hey, look at that. What do you call that stuff?
It's hair magic.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's good.
So what colors does it come in?
Comes in jet black, racy red, sterling silver, and passion purple.
Millie, well, what color would you recommend for a guy like me?
That all depends on your personality.
In that case, you better give me all the passion purple you got. Hey! 2 cases, Bonnie.
It's just such bad comedy.
Yeah.
Why would he have to shave her hump? Is she going out?
To Sizzler.
Let's go to Sizzler.
The only sponsor of the show movie.
Is she tanning at the beach?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You cannot get into a Sizzler with a hairy hump. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
You had to say hairy.
It's actually it's over the
I wanted to.
the arch of the doorway on the way, and it's like no hairy humps allowed.
Number 2. No.
It's a great tape. Is this yours?
Yeah, I got that. I got everything by the Screaming Idiots.
And it's the Ramones, actually. I haven't heard the Idiots yet. Maybe you can turn me on to them.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we got a big problem. They know who we are and what we're driving.
I suggest new hostages and a faster car.
That's not the deal.
The Screaming Idiot jokes, was that like the producer of the movie trying to skate one by for the like sophisticated viewer?
Yeah, I took issue with that. I took umbrage with that actually because
Umbrage, yeah.
Yeah, umbrage, which is one more than issue. So
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
But even if he is like a workaholic, out of touch dad, the Ramones were basically just like a chart-topping doo-wop band with power chords. Like everybody knows who the fucking Ramones are.
Yeah, and that song especially.
Yeah,
that was a huge song. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, still is. It always will be. That's just like everybody should know it. So it's just
like secretly,
like
everybody wants to be sedated. You know?
Yeah, do a Dead Kennedy song or something a little like one level of abstraction like below the Ramones.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed. Little what was the name of that band? Anal Cunt.
Anal Cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, grindcore.
Yeah.
It's very smart for naming their band that because nobody wants to listen to it, but they still got popular to the point where Bob has heard of them.
They have an acoustic album that's fucking hilarious because every song is like he sings like a little falsetto voice, and every song's called like "I love you and respect you as a woman, even if you only want to be friends." It's just like so
went the other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first gross sounding band with a gross sounding song I ever heard as a teenager was the Dayglow Abortions, and the song was called "Oh Fuck My Shit Stinks."
Wow.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's going there. We have one more in dialogue. Let's get to that.
One, daddy.
You know what? Fuck it.
This is no fun.
Do you know what your store slogan should be? Kids hate Hammermans. It's true, because when I asked my kids, they said your stores are no fun.
Yeah. They suck.
Oh, she's a cute little devil, isn't she?
Well, actually, children are not our target demographic.
That's your problem, pal.
The name is Hammerman, not Pal.
Every day, 2 or more of your customers retire and move to Florida.
Or Forest Lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this city is getting younger, not older. And I mean, 5 years from now, you're gonna have a serious customer shrinkage problem.
That's right, because when people get older, they start shrinking.
Well, the point is, you see, Mr. Hammerman, these kids, they're your future.
I'm from the future. You have to start selling things that kids really like. Like hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs with that really hot cheese in the middle of it. You know that when you bite it, it burns your lip.
Yeah, right. You know what? Because you're Hammermans, they're gourmet hot dogs.
And you know what gourmet means?
What is this mess?
You know what?
That is the end of the movie. That's
Here's
the
the problem, though. I keep talking about like the causality and like how the beats are good. Like that was it could have been a good pitch. Like he learned about his kids. He's a stuck-up guy trying to land this like stuck-up company.
Trying to do,
and he has the transformation and he has a new pitch, which like was good until they started like rattling off about hot dogs and shit. It's like that would have been like a slam dunk pitch in that fiction if they didn't like lean into it a little too hard.
They could have in like the Along Came Polly kind of way.
Yeah,
you seen that one? Where
Not
Philip Seymour Hoffman like stands in for Ben Stiller, and then he like is completely deranged, but somehow sells the insurance company on like backing this guy who's suicidal. Basically,
is that the movie when he's like doing the promo, playing the guitar on the roof, and he falls off onto like the van below him?
I thought that was The Crow.
Fuck you. Our Crow episode is at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. That's one of our good movie episodes, and rightfully so. Moving on.
Yeah. Just number 4. This is the worst production.
Oh, it's him. Oh. God, it's him. It's
production. All right.
So I called this shitty lead actors, but allow me to explain.
Nice.
So a lead actor has the responsibility of carrying the movie.
Yes.
Either through acting, dialogue, or a magnetic screen presence. And none of the leads were strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
But the supporting cast actually had bright spots, which is backwards. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's like if Gary Oldman was the only good actor in Professional. It wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah, right.
But you had strength on all fronts.
Yeah.
And this is true of so many movies we've reviewed. Like I'll say most of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Rod Steiger as a bit part. He wasn't written well, but he was believable for what he was given.
Sure.
And Rhea Perlman, the meter maid.
Yeah.
She used her comedy chops, and she was a larger-than-life character that you didn't mind watching for those few seconds.
Yeah.
You know? Like, again, wasn't written well, but the acting was appropriate. So
what is the guy's name that was Rhea Perlman's like cop ex?
Did they ever give his name?
Well, I'm asking if he is the guy that's in Battlefield Earth, if he's the guy that's in Waterworld, if he's the guy that says Piece of Cake, just way younger.
Are you talking about this guy?
Oh, boy!
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
He looks so familiar to me. I was like, God damn. He's in Troy, too. He's in so many of our episodes.
That could be him.
He would have to be so much younger. I don't know.
As soon as I finish this,
whenever he mentioned Troy, all I hear is, I am Ajax, destroyer of worlds. And it's like, you're in the middle of battle. Like, you're saying that for the camera that's not there, you know? No one talks like
that. Yeah, that movie's amazing. I fucking can't get
anyway,
enough of it.
let me just finish it with a line from a review. It summed it up perfectly. They said, the supporting characters end up standing out with more pleasant moments when compared to the performance of Tom Arnold. So there you go, Chris.
Yeah.
You know what? I can see the thing with Tom Arnold. He's a good side guy. He's a good I forgot you mentioned he was in Austin Powers. Like, yeah, you show that turd who's boss. Like that's a good. That's what he's good for. Okay.
Yeah.
And True Lies, he's not huge in that movie.
No, but he's the perfect cynical foil to Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Everyone knows him from that.
Yeah. He should be the guy who's drinking beers on his back porch next door to the lead actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for shitty lead actors. Good to know. I couldn't agree more. Let's go to test number 5, the worst acting.
Well. Just what are you pretty little things doing out here with no man to keep you company?
Oof, that's some really bad acting. It fits right in with the worst acting. Chris, I'm going to interrupt.
Yeah.
Kim Coates is his name, and you are exactly right. He was in all those movies you said.
Nice.
Kim Coates. Piece of cake.
Another Chris
contest
win,
is a piece of cake.
You got to see his picture on IMDb. It is frightening. He's let himself go.
Yeah, he looks insane. He's a crazy looking person. He gets more and more crazy looking as the years go on. I feel like I saw him more recently. It doesn't matter. I saw him in some post Sparta because he's in like 300.
We could probably have him an entire season of his movies.
You really could because he's in so many things. He's like the he could have been Smeagol, but he was Andy Circus outbid him for the part, you know.
Yeah. And now that you mention it, I'm gonna put 300 on the poll next week because that's a good one for this fucking show.
It's good because it's bad and it's got it. Yeah, I would entertain the idea of 300 for sure.
Okay.
Number 1, Never Green.
Hey, this looks cool, Dad.
Let me see.
Your Hammerman stuff looks great.
Hammerman sucks.
Hey, put that back. Put that back right now.
Those
are not toys, you know. Those are my presentation materials. Now, don't touch those.
You're very cranky, man. Do you have hemorrhoids?
No.
My dad will cranky when he gets hemorrhoids. He says they feel like you're walking around with a pine cone up your butt. I know what that feels like because he's tried that once.
Okay, that's it. I've had it. All right. All right, go on. Get out of the front seat. Out.
Our Uncle Bob did that once, and ever since he's never been able to see the color green. I'm hungry.
And I am soaking wet, and we are stopping right around the corner at Hammerman's.
Come on,
What's wrong with Hammerman's? It's not just a grocery store. It's a big refrigerator with a heart.
I hate Hammerman's.
Here's what I was gonna say before Bob did worst production because I didn't know where he was gonna go with it. But the biggest failing of this movie is the PG potentially rating because you could tell it wants to be edgy. Like if they made this PG-13 and let some of those jokes pop off better. The little frog boy, he just implied that he sodomized himself with a pine cone.
Yes, with a pine cone. Yeah, that was a big part of the problem with that clip. There.
But
I wrote pine cone in the butt to remind myself to talk about it.
If they leaned into that a little harder and kind of dialed down Tom Arnold's shtick a little bit, this could have been a more memorable movie. Because I don't think it's terrible. I just don't think it's memorable.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, it's very not.
Really not funny. I didn't laugh at all.
It is supremely not funny. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not what I want it to be in my mind's eye, and that's why I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, it's a disappointing film. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Number 2. Oh man, Tom Arnold is so bad in this clip. This is No Kids.
So I'll tell you what. You just sit back, relax, don't do anything crazy, and everything's going to be okay.
Okay.
You got anything to eat besides gummy bears?
No, I don't carry anything else here.
Okay. Hey, what are these guys doing here? What?
It was my day to drive the carpool.
Whoa.
Are you gonna hurt us?
Of course not, honey. I just need this van for a little while. How many kids are in here?
Well, 5 if you count Travis.
I'm Travis.
Good to meet you, buddy. Ooh, nice try. I'm Franklin. Hi, how you doing? I want the kids out of here right now.
Great. Okay, come on, kids.
All right,
let's
get
go.
out of
You
here,
heard the man.
everybody.
Come on, out of the van. Out of the van. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, Chelsea, honey. Let's go.
Make it snappy.
This is Snappy.
Oh, Bucky, get my presentation.
That was humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tom Arnold going like, "Do you have anything else to eat in the car?" And then the kid hands up the snack, and he's like, "Oh, let me grab that real quick." "Oh, wait, what? Hey, what are these guys doing in here?" Was as bad as I've seen on this podcast. It fucking irked me to the point where it solidified my feelings for Tom Arnold, and then I wrote my pitch. Let's go to number 3. Just to rag on him a little more, this is not Chris Farley.
Good title.
You're a lucky man. If I had that kind of relationship with my wife, we'd still be together. Hi.
My mom.
I'm starving.
Listen, yes. Right now, I'm getting my hair done. Yes. Oh, well, then I guess that makes me a sissy, doesn't it?
Yes, that's right.
I'll be home soon.
I'm gotta get in that car.
Don't go there, Mom. Don't go there. Don't go there, Mom. I beg you, Mom. Please. Don't. Do not go to Sizzler, Mom! For the love of God!
Don't you ever speak.
Mom!
Do you understand?
I'll take you out when I get home, okay?
I'm gonna count 3.
After dark, Mom! Please! I beg you!
You listen to me, Bonnie.
Thanks a lot, Bonnie. We'll see you.
I didn't even make the Farley connection in my head until you named the clip that.
Yeah.
But like the cadence and like the dynamic of soft-spoken, yell. Like
it was
that's
stolen. That's totally lifted. That's
It is lifted
uncool.
and it's awful. It's so not like that. That's why Tom Arnold sucks.
And
right there.
I hate to say it, but was Farley still alive when he stole his bit?
Yeah, Farley died in 97 and this was 96.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, Farley died in 97, dude.
You know, he was you know Chris Farley, fun fact, guys, he was going to be Shrek. He did like 90% of the dialogue.
He would crush it.
He did 90% of the voice acting, but they knew it was going to be primed for sequels and shit, and he died like beforehand, so they had Mike Myers come in and redo it all.
Yep.
Because if they got the sequel with Farley, it would have never,
Yeah.
I'll give Mike Myers the credit that he is due. He does a very good like Scottish ogre.
Yeah.
But Chris Farley would have been fun. All right, we got one more for bad acting. This is number 4. This is Never Gonna Make It.
I went a little long on this one, I think.
Okay, Andrew. Grab my hand.
I'm scared.
So am I, but I'm your father and I love you, and I won't drop you. Okay, Andrew.
You got it. There's no time.
Hey, hurry up, guys! Hurry up!
Come on.
There's no time! Okay, you're never gonna make it! Throw Andrew down to me, and then you jump right there!
It's just like this was cheap tension.
Yeah.
Like one of those.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Also, it's one of those unbelievable things. With that much mechanical noise, none of them would have hurt each other. Like,
yeah, that's true.
The kid screams. He literally screams, "I'm scared," and then Dan's like, "But I'm your dad, and I love you." I'm like, "He can't hear you."
Yeah.
Guys, he sacrificed his Hammerman account presentation for his son.
He did do that. He could have found anything around that would have been a better.
No, it had to be a specific cardboard portfolio that exact size, which he happened to have.
Yes.
For the pitch of his lifetime, guys.
I hate
for
to
the
say
purpose
it,
of the movie.
This is also 1996. Microsoft had been around.
Yeah,
Right,
but like
right,
you gotta
so-
think like because so that guy was like a silent generation dude. Like boomers don't do PDFs. Do you think a silent generation guy is going to use Microsoft for a pitch?
True. But
Yeah,
why would
yeah.
why would he have had all of it at his house the night before? Why wouldn't it
Yeah,
be
because
safe-
he clearly went to a third. He clearly went to a third party to get those posters made. So that doesn't make.
Yeah.
You're right. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And it would have probably been in tubes. You know, not like in a big.
Oh, like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, exactly.
I just love. We mentioned it already, but well, actually, let me see if it's in my catch-all. Hold on.
My catch-all is far too
Yeah.
long.
Okay.
I don't know what
So-
I'm gonna do.
In the beginning of the movie, when the hot, like way too hot wife is saying you always give yourself a 3-minute bumper or 7-minute bumper or something.
Yeah.
For
his clock's late. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because he's never late. And then all of this shit happens.
Yeah.
And it's like just funny to me. All right, let's throw it to Bob for a fact or no fact.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. When Bob hits you with these facts,
Your brains will be squirting out of your ears.
this is fact or no fact.
Oh my god. I just now noticed that you had reproduction in the background of that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I've been hearing every week. I know.
You know, it's like
I
it's like
didn't-
white.
I didn't say anything.
It's like white noise to me at this point, though.
So
Yeah, it
far,
is.
yeah.
It really
So
is just in the background.
It's just white noise to me because like you've done that like every season for the last like 3 years.
I think I skipped 2 of our 98 seasons.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
As to obscure it a bit.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm kind of wanting us to do more popular movies so I can find more research. And this was a popular movie, but my God, there's nothing out there. I guess no one cared enough.
Really?
So I did get enough to make a game.
Okay.
And it's called Carpool. But when I thought of watching it again, I thought Hard Stool. Like I'd rather do that.
Fair.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so 5 things. 4 of them are highly similar, but it doesn't mean the other one is the obvious lie. Here we go.
Okay.
First one. Entertainment Weekly said, "This is hard to hate, but just about impossible to like."
That's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
If it's true.
Second one. 5 movies reviewed on this podcast appeared in the 1996 Razzie Awards.
Wow.
Okay. Third one. None of Tom Arnold's movies were nominated for Worst Movie at the 1996 Razzie Awards. Okay. Fourth one. Tom Arnold tied with Pauly Shore for Worst Actor from Biodome for the 1996 Razzie Awards.
Wow.
And last one. 3 Tom Arnold movies were in the Worst Actor category at the Razzies all the same year.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, I'm gonna work backwards because this is all there's a theme here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm once again we don't research these, so the contest is fun. I think the Stupids came out around the same time, or it would have been like in the same award circuit at least.
Yeah, we
So that's
do
2
have
out of 3. I can think
Another
of.
one I haven't seen.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Fuck. I'm gonna need a
Okay.
pickle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you are. Outstanding. Okay. I mean, there's 2 in my head that may be the qualifying for number 5 to be true. There probably is a third one I'm just not thinking of. Tom Arnold tied with Pauly Shore for Biodome. Okay. But none of his were nominated for 1996. So I'm starting to think if a movie came out in 96, it'd be the 1997 Razzies, wouldn't it? For the 1996 year. So
Well,
I think
it's the 96 Razzies, but the ceremony was in 97, but it was the 96.
got it.
Razzies.
Okay, so there's no foolery there
No.
potentially.
Mhm.
All right.
Good
5
thinking.
movies in this podcast appear in the 1990s. I would say it's a lot more than that. So I think that's the misdirect. We probably had like 20 movies from 1996 that made Razzies. Entertainment Weekly says this is hard to hate, but impossible to like. I mean, I want that to be true because that's exactly how I felt about the movie, but I don't read. So, I'm gonna say number 1. Wait, no, because there's contradictions. If 5 movies in this, if none of Tom Arnold's movies were nominated for the 1996 Razzie, but also he tied for Pauly Shore for the Razzie, and then he was in 3 Razzies all the same year. but the same year doesn't say 1996 for number 5. So God damn it, Bob. I'm gonna say number 1. For some reason, I don't know. I want that to be true because that's how I felt about the movie, and that makes me think it's not going to be true. So number 1 is my non-fact.
All right.
I'm gonna go the opposite end of the spectrum here and say that I want it to be true that there were 3 Tom Arnold Worst Actor nominations in the Razzies in any given year. Is that in total?
In the same exact year, all the same year.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
All right, you both picked facts. So
that's funny though.
It is. So the movie of Tom Arnold that was nominated for worst movie was Rob.
The Stupids.
The Stupids. Yeah.
Even with I'm on my own grandpa song. Come on, man, that was classic.
Okay, so
all right, anywho,
the 5 movies reviewed by our show were The Island of Dr. Moreau, Carpool, Biodome, Theodore Rex. Is that all?
Oh wow,
that's 4.
No, it's got to be one more.
And I'm looking. Hold on, I know it's somewhere. Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Jingle All the Way was fucking great, though.
I know.
It really was.
The Razzies that year nominated Beavis and Butthead Do America for something. I'm like, bullshit. That was a great.
That's
movie.
fucked up. That was.
I think it's probably just because like same way the Academy's like it's only now recently been made a criteria that like people that add things to the Academy Awards list like actually have to have watched the movie because it's based on numbers and sales and shit.
Yeah.
But Rob, you're right. That Entertainment Weekly was a true statement, so be happy.
Right. I am happy.
What was the other one? Oh, Pauly Shore and him did tie for worst actor, and the 3 movies that Tom Arnold was in, all 3 were nominated for worst actor. It was Big Bully, Carpool, and The Stupids.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. Big Bully's another. I'm gonna be annihilating the polls with Tom Arnold because that's Rick Moranis and Tom Arnold, right? And that one.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. All I remember there's a line about him peeing in his. There's a line about him peeing in his 2% milk or something like that. That always stuck with me. Anywho.
So team win.
The piss in your Cheerios line.
Yeah.
Maybe
something like
that. All
that.
right. Anyway. Nice win, Bob.
I called her a team win because it was a shitty quiz.
Yeah, that's all good.
I really, I had to really stretch.
That was a huge, solid Duke that none of us wanted to
I had to read the entire Razzie Award list.
You probably had like 6 tabs open, like you're doing the thing with your fingers on the monitor to like cross-examine like what year everything came.
Like out. I kept seeing striptease, thinking we did that too. I'm like, oh no, we did Showgirls, striptease. Maybe we could do that one too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bob had 6 different keyboards going on 3 different monitors, and he definitely scrolled like on his computer chair from one to the next.
Yeah, like that taut rope across his computer. He just yanks on it and slides.
Yeah. All right, let's throw it to the catch-all.
Okay.
Get the hell down from there!
Don't worry, I'll catch you. Because this is the catch-all.
Kill training growing tigers naked in a meat suit.
That's a joke.
Great.
I feel like I should text Rob the second half of my list so all 3 of us can get everything in.
Nice.
Just I'll try to be quiet and you guys just rapid fire.
We'll see.
But then I'll interrupt.
Hammerman's is the go-to midday robbery spot. Place with like gourmet croissants.
Exactly.
Why? And they have one of those like cartoonish white bags that they fill with money.
Was it like a safe drop? Was like the armored car getting their cash deposit?
You know what though? My first job was at the Dunkin' Donuts across from the pilot station right off the highway in Milford, Connecticut.
Cash, yeah.
And the pilot across the street and the gas station next to the Dunkin' Donuts were robbed so fucking much. And they're just like convenience stores, you know? Because like it's a quick getaway. It's like they have a few $100 on hand.
Right
and
next
boom.
to the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't know Hammerman's is next to the highway though.
Okay, semantics. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah.
Rob seems so legit annoyed with me.
Did you?
It was like every volley I sent back his way just now boiled to the surface.
Seething.
That's about how it happened. So did you guys notice that the cop kept borrowing cars, but somehow from the very beginning had that portable light to throw on the hood?
Yes, I did notice that.
Look, what the fuck? and
I thought
siren.
it was really weird on the old lady.
A siren is separate from the light. You have to have that.
Yeah, that's true. It's not an all-in-one.
It's not.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Maybe they were going for funny, but it was totally inconsistent.
Yeah.
No.
My number 4. I forgot to do 4.
Yarg.
So many times it was just like, stop driving, especially at the end when Dan has his kids at risk with a guy he doesn't really know, and he is like, yeah, get back into the car in the mall. Instead of just like getting out and being like, I'm a hostage and so are my kids. Can I return to my day instead of being held hostage by this insane person who may or may not have chopped up his neighbor and put him in the freezer? I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
So I would have stopped.
Good point. Yeah.
I'm going to combine two because they kind of relate.
Okay.
How far away is the school the kids go to that this drive is taking this long?
Yeah.
1. 2, when they get to the mall, it's not that long after they got picked up from the carpool. The mall wouldn't be open, even if it is, it would not be
that busy on a Tuesday.
As busy on a weekday as
Tuesday
that
at
mall
9 in the
was.
morning.
It was really busy. Like,
yeah, at that hour you just get like
point.
You get the geriatric mall walkers who need to get their steps in, but they've already had like melanoma like 9 times, so they got to stay inside.
It was people of all ages and people in shape enough to jump out of the way of a car on an escalator.
True.
Yeah.
True. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, stairs. There were stairs.
Yeah.
So I knocked out 2 there. Go ahead.
Rob, I'd like to throw a clip and set this one up for you.
All right.
This is the catch-all clip I sent you late. Such a shitty opener to this movie. The opening sequence to this movie makes it seem like it was made in 1972 or something. I don't know. It looked like Willy Wonka to me. And it just makes the whole movie seem like super low budget right from the jump. So let's play that clip. It's called Nude.
Time for school.
Again? But we went yesterday.
Get in the car.
Mom, how come you always drive us to school in your bathrobe?
Because the principal gets mad when I do it in the nude.
Who was that supposed to be? Their mom? Or just people?
It was just like a compilation
just crazy
of
people.
Kids not wanting to face the drudgery of school that were unrelated to the movies, what I gathered. At least that's how it played out to me.
I felt like the setup for the movie was that we were going to have a guy who's kidnapping children, but he doesn't realize how annoying and how much they were going to bother him as he's trying to escape the police. And I thought that, and then we had that intro, and I was like, oh, that's definitely what this movie's going to be. But that's not at all what this movie was. It was him falling in love with kids he doesn't have. And then wanting to be their dad, but there's already a dad.
Them falling in love with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did. And now they get to go to the factory circus whenever they want to.
The factory circus?
All right, Bob, after you.
All right. I feel like this is something, Rob, you might have noticed this, because this is akin to your hopping in a car and knowing exactly how to work it.
Yeah.
When they all go into the salon, the kids start bashing through doors as if they've been there a million times. It's like they know exactly where they're going, and it was just so rapid fire. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way they would have ever been in this salon, especially often enough to just know the layout of the rooms.
Yeah,
and that pissed me off.
Yeah,
the whole salon scene was really aggravating.
And I'm going to double up again. The bathroom scene. Jesus Christ. With Tom Arnold,
he beat my record. Yeah.
That was
that
was so gross.
Yeah, it really
it goes to my point though, it's that joke worked in Austin Powers really well. when he's like, he just can't stop. But Austin Powers was brave enough to just go, we want to be a PG-13, potentially R-rated movie. And this movie didn't do that.
They did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the urine, like the pee shy joke where he had to like hold hands.
Oh, the beer and
like,
that was the weird part. Yeah, that was the really weird part.
It was odd and not in a positive way. Like that wasn't a creative thought. That was just a thought that should have gone right into the dumpster.
Yeah.
All right, for my number 2, how did Tom Arnold's character know Bucky's name? I don't know if you guys caught this moment, but out of nowhere, there's not like there has been no dialogue between Bucky and Franklin, I think his character's name is.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's like, no, don't worry about that, Bucky. And he knows the kid's name. And that had me wondering if like he knew Dan and Dan's family this whole time. And
oh man.
And he's like, the night before the robbery,
he gave away this.
He's sitting in front of his mom's grease-soaked mirror, just like cutting his palm with a knife and like flicking the light on and off.
Yeah, it's like emergency pickles.
Yeah, but, I always chalk things like that up to though. That's just poor editing. Like they probably had another scene earlier where the name was introduced, and then they cut it down for runtime.
So he
and
should know that.
Oversight.
So I think I noticed the same thing, and then told myself, "Oh, he must have heard it." Like I convinced myself.
Yeah, no, he
didn't.
No, it was. It made no sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
All right, I'm gonna combine 2 more because they're related. When when the meter maid, when Rhea Perlman shot the spear gun into the car, and the car rips it like tightens up super taut, it would have left her hands. There's no way she would have had grip.
Yeah,
it would have just.
I would have shredded her hands up too, like bloody little stumps.
That was one.
Yeah.
Second, after she's skating behind the van, she does like a rope swing and impossibly lands on top of the car. Impossible.
Yeah.
I really thought about clipping that. I very highly considered clipping that as the opener.
Yeah.
But the problem was there was no good audio to it. So it would have had to been like a YouTube only open.
Yeah.
But the rope swing pissed me off.
That's like A-Team type shit, like the kind of stuff they try to get away with in like 80s TV shows, action TV shows.
Yeah, which you can almost forgive back then. But
yeah,
my number 1, Daddy. Not one cop thought to take down the license plate number.
But well, Chris, they painted it purple, so how would they know?
Yeah, right. Did they?
If they had the plate number and they were looking for a green van with that number on it, and then they saw a purple one, they'd be like, "Oh, it's another guy."
Oh, well, they can't be it. It's just coincidentally they have the same license plate number, but this one's purple and was clearly like spray painted. The backyard project van spraying.
Yeah.
The entire movie, the guy who is Kim Coates' character is chasing them, never thinks to jot down in his little detective notebook the license plate number of the car he's been chasing so that they can coordinate as police to say, it's this. Pull them over when you see it. Yeah. Instead of the ambiguity, like, oh, a van? We won't pull that over because we know there's a lot of vans.
There was an identical van driven by Russell Crowe's character from Unhinged in the mix.
Yeah, the cops would be equally as bad.
Tom Arnold honks at him, and then, his fat mom gets set on fire after being strapped to a chair.
She's sizzling.
Exactly. He's like, how's that for a sizzle? And he kicks her full circle with a courtesy tap. Anywho.
Here's a courtesy tap, motherfucker. All right, go ahead, Bob.
I'm changing my mind a little bit on this one because there was. Let me ask you guys. The timeline doesn't make sense to me. I don't feel like there would be as much pursuit for a failed robbery unless they knew he was hijacking kids. But I don't think they knew it right away.
They didn't know until you didn't know that until the third act, or when that the old lady's like, oh, that poor little frog kid. So up to that point, up to the mall, I think it was just a lone guy who tried robbing a croissant place.
Yeah, it was a failed robbery. No one got hurt. I can't. And the press coverage was so. I'm like, no way. There's none of that makes sense.
There's absolutely no chance. Yeah, that's a very good point.
And
that kind of
that's-
undermined everything I liked about the movie in like one single observation. So thank you, Bob.
especially he's like, get me choppers, everybody. You know, it's like the whole Gary Oldman thing. Like,
Everyone!
Yeah. We got to catch Tom. Yeah.
One thing I looked up, I had written down that minivans don't come with 4-wheel drive. I was wrong. There's a website out there that tracks every car in every movie. It's called, I forget what it's called. And they said that van was like some super van that had like all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive.
It was like a Ford Aerostar or something like that. It looked like
it was a
or Windstar.
Toyota, but I forget what it was called.
Oh, was it? All right.
Yeah. I looked it up and I'm like, holy shit, it does have 4-wheel drive because he mentioned that in the car, in the mall. He said, don't forget it has 4-wheel drive. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
4-wheel
no
drive. Yeah.
And it did. I was totally wrong.
So
what about
Yeah, it's
go ahead.
The worst. I remember this from when I watched it, like when I was a kid, and it was the lamest thing it's one of the lamest lines that I use as a measuring stick for other lame lines. When he goes to this daring escape where he drives the car like through the roof of the mall, and he's like, "You kick guys like, thanks. I watch a lot of action movies."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, to know it's
that
possible.
was really awful.
So you're a potato.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Exactly. The internet said I could do that, so
Yeah.
I figured it was.
I watched a lot of action movies.
I lied when I said I didn't laugh. I laughed a teeny bit when they did the whole good guy, bad guy, good guy, bad guy. Like I smiled. I'm like, that was kind of cute.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Actually, the opening clip when he's trying to distract Rhea Patrolman from like shooting him with the spear gun. And he's like, "Oh, is that the one down?" They're like,
"Yeah, that wasn't bad."
He's like, "Where'd you get the spear gun?" Yeah, I was like, "It's not bad," but like they didn't end it well. Anyway, why don't we throw it on to what we're watching? Unless you have anything else, Bob. Okay, what we're watching.
He's lineman.
Told you I'm a lineman now.
Lineman.
We're not cable guys. We're linemen.
He's a lineman. Like you.
Okay, I need to watch something else. This is what we're watching.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Should I go first?
Yeah.
I think it's season 12 of Next Food Network Star. I don't know. I'm back into my I like cooking kind of thing that I hit like every couple of years.
I feel like it'd be more
that
than
way.
that. It's been on for a long ass time.
Yeah, well, I'm watching a season that happened like 60 years ago, though.
Oh, okay.
And I've already seen it, but it's long enough ago that I don't quite remember who wins or who does what, So it's like rewatchable, but I also it's like modern enough to like not be too like bogged down by its antiquity.
That's like me with Forensic Files. It's like a cozy show for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of those. The older I get, the more I'm just like watching cozy shit instead of exploring new stuff. And eventually, I'm just gonna
100%. Yep.
Yeah, curl into a ball and just let it happen. But my second one is Onward. Have you guys seen this kids movie?
No,
I heard of it, but I
it's
haven't
Disney,
seen it.
right?
It's Disney. Aaron, it's Disney, right? Yeah. She's been listening.
Thanks,
That's
Walt.
bad. I said a lot of tit talk about 20 minutes ago. She probably didn't love that one. But yeah, Disney has this movie Onward, and it's about like these blue characters who live in a magic world. I don't know why it's important that they're blue. But they're like trying to get the magic back. And so if you don't like sad, I would suggest maybe waiting for your kids to grow a little older. Our mistake was letting our kids watch it at this age because they're a little young to debate whether or not like they could survive without a dad, without me around, because like in the movie their dad doesn't exist, and it's super sad, and it's like very cute how like he gets involved even though he's dead. And yeah, it's just a really good story, really well told. It's one of those Disney movies that makes you like give Disney props even though you wish you didn't have to, it's like the Walmart pepperoni is just so cheap,
Yeah.
You gotta buy it. You know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. Go ahead, Bob.
Chris's introduction made me think of when my kids were in high school. They would bust me so hard. I'd be telling a story from school, And I'm like, hey, this one kid, this Nepali kid, blah blah blah. And they're like, why'd you say he was Nepali? And I'm like, I don't know. They're like,
yeah,
that's really unnecessary. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I realized when I said these blue characters that I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't matter at all.
These fucking blueies. What do they think they're doing?
Yeah. Do.
All right, I watched 2 movies that I highly recommend. One's called The Bad Seed, and it's old. It's 1956.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's about a little girl who is pure evil. She has no remorse, no regret, no conscience. Kills a couple people, unbeknownst to most people, but her mother figures it out and tries to kill her and the daughter in the process.
Jesus,
it's so fucked up. For that old, it's so fucked up.
All right,
not a single recognizable actor from me. But it's out there for free on, I think, Canopy. I think I watched it on Canopy, but I think it might be everywhere.
All right.
Then, you guys know Hannibal Lecter, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
And you know the book Red Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Red Dragon was written a long time ago. And in 1986, they made a movie adapted from the novel called Manhunter. It stars Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter. It's about an FBI profiler hunting a serial killer, and he's using Lecter as a reference. It's so fucking great. I highly recommend it. It's on Canopy. It's got a lot of blood in it, but there's no like real gore. Like it's not going for that kind of thing. But it just moves so well. It just you don't have to wait around for too much.
Right.
And there's a kid actor in parts of it that's really bad. And that I got over it. But Dennis Farina plays the partner. I think he's believable because he actually is a former cop. He always plays cops in movies.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I think it's really good. I'd check it out. It's not that long. I think it's like an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I've always heard good things, so I will.
And I read the synopsis of the Red Dragon movie, and they ripped off the story, but they changed the ending. So this ending is pretty satisfying. Still sad, a little unbelievable when it comes to like the jumping through a plate glass window kind of thing and still surviving.
Yeah.
But
not getting every single fucking artery just sliced to submission, bleeding out in 4 seconds.
Before you go, Rob, I saw this video on Reddit of this guy who was like pissed off, just this like sort of fat dude, and he punches a window. And
because his wife wouldn't let him in, and then like
I didn't hear the audio, so that's probably what it was though. Yeah, and like as soon as he hits the window gets splattered by blood. Like there's just a huge and then he's like, oh fuck, like
that was
like
I
looking
think,
down his arm, and it's
I
like
think he
split
died.
open,
That was
real bad.
That was like a domestic disturbance thing, and he was trying to get entry back into the house after his wife locked him out.
Yeah,
and she's like, it was one of those like she's like, I'm not helping you. You just like you're trying to kill me, and now you're going to die, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's messed up.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Anywho,
with no audio though, it was like kind of tough to watch him die. If I knew the context, then I might have been.
I think he died. I don't quote me on that.
But
I think that's what happened because I saw that recently too, and I was like, all right. That was like when I was like scrolling, like that's the last reel before bed.
yeah, exactly.
That's a good one to stop.
But he was wearing like a Monster Energy hat or something.
Yeah,
and he was
of course
blue.
he was.
Yeah,
his
name was Kyle. Yeah.
Kyle. Yeah.
He was definitely blue.
Yeah.
It was totally blue. Yeah. I just didn't mention it because it didn't seem pertinent.
It wasn't relevant to the story. Yeah. those damn blues.
They still bleed red.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
The funny things
you guys are familiar with Donald Glover and Childish Gambino and like the juggernaut of success that he is with Community and such and others. He was part of a comedy troupe called Derrick Comedy. If you're a fan of like really irreverent stuff from like the early YouTube days, that's where Donald Glover got his start. That's where like Tina Fey found him. They had that video called the spelling bee where the word is like 2 really bad slurs next to each other and he's like hosting the spelling bee. And there's the bro rape video. So that troupe made a movie in 2009 called Mystery Team. And there are a bunch of high school seniors who growing up, they would always like solve the mystery of like who stole the pie from the windowsill And like who stole my doll's missing, and no one takes them seriously until they take it upon themselves to try solving a double homicide that happened in their neighborhood. And
very cool.
It's got the same beats as the South Park episode Little Crime Stoppers, when like they save a doll and then like the sheriff's like, we need you to bust this meth lab. It's got the same kind of
oh my god, that's such good shit.
It's really fucking funny. It's not like a ripoff. It's just the same kind of parallel thought of like that premise. It's really fucking funny because like they're very naive. They're like, oh shucks, gee willikers, and like there's like like a body that's bleeding out in the background, and they're trying to like they're like smelling a cookie like it's still warm. They have to solve the mystery.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching a lot of Dr. Insanity, I think it's called on YouTube, because JCS Criminal Psychology is my favorite, and Explore With Us is a close second, but they don't update as regularly, so I've been finding like all the other. It's basically just like body cam footage from a 911 call. They censor out all the stuff, but then like it takes you to the interrogation room, and it's like they already know like that this person was murdered while calling 911, and the lady in the interrogation, she's claiming it was self-defense, even though she like busted into the garage, she locked him in and shot him in the back 4 times, and like just watching the person like lie for like 45 minutes, and then like we have this all on like fucking videotape. Like, it's fucking amazing.
He shot himself in the back 4 times.
I don't even like it for the true crime aspect. I just love it for the aspect of like, how deep are you gonna like lie yourself out of this, or try to lie yourself out of this when you're completely fucking dead to rights? It's so fucking entertaining.
You gotta try. I guess
it's so good.
It's human nature.
That's what I've been watching.
It's fun to watch though.
Yeah. My wife got an eardrum replacement. She didn't have a left eardrum, so she's been like laid out, and like I've been kind of like pulling all nighters because she's got like a lot of pain and like needs like medication management and shit. So I've been watching all like the short form stuff on the YouTube, and a lot of it's the true crime stuff because it's really entertaining to me.
Yeah, and you can stop and go.
Yeah, it's not you don't get too invested in it, but it's like fun to watch.
You ever seen? You reminded me of. I think it's Analyze This. Like Analyze That is. I don't know which one's first now.
It's the Billy Crystal's Analyze This. Yeah,
this
Analyze That's
the
the sequel. Yeah.
So Analyze That. It's Jelly, this like big fat like mafia like right hand man to Robert De Niro's character, and they're like, "Oh, Jelly, I thought you." Billy Crystal says to him like, "Jelly, I thought you were going away for murder or whatever," and then he's like, "Oh, the witness unfortunately wasn't able to testify," and Billy Crystal's like, "Why not?" And he's like, "Well, he stabbed himself in the back 4 times and then threw himself over a bridge." Like, like that's what you reminded me of,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's throw it to back Reddit names.
Yeah.
Seamus, Dave Squatch Ward, Sans Ash, or Sanders Ash? I don't know. Oba Babatunde, Jim Finkbeaner, and Rick Seaman.
All right, I was wondering why Finkbeaner wasn't first, and then you clinched the ending with the semen.
Yeah, please. You know what? Just play the back credit names again, because this was the best one we've ever. I think this is our best back credit names. This restored my faith in the whole thing.
Seamus, Dave Squatch Ward, Sans Ash, or Sanders Ash? I don't know. Oba Babatunde, Jim Finkbeaner, and Rick Seaman.
How'd you get through
that? Seaman.
You always finish with semen. That's how you finish.
That's a good point. But Bob's headed back to his jizz bucket. It's been a while since we talked about Bob's jizz bucket. But
what was the thing I sent you yesterday, Bob? When the guy's like, "This song goes out to the guy that cut me off in the gangbang. I'm coming after you."
That's a great line.
This next song's about getting dragged by a fucking truck. It's called "Dragged by a Truck."
Chris, I was going to ask you.
I don't know what that is, but I love it.
Did you see the impressive list of stunt actors? It was gigantic.
For this?
There must have been 100
I can see that. I mean, like,
it was like, you know how when there's so many names, they make it like 4 columns? That's what it was. And it was just never, it never ended.
Okay, yeah.
There's no way you could have read them all, unless
I think
was one of them.
Finkbeaner was one of them, I think.
Okay.
I think if you're born with the name Finkbeaner, you're pretty much destined to be a stunt guy. I don't know why I just feel that.
Because you want to explain your suicide without, like, harming your kid's reputation or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw it to the. Go ahead.
I've become a minister just so everyone has to say my name on the way out of church.
Yeah.
Father Finkbeaner.
Thank you, Father Finkbeaner. That's awesome. Let's throw it to the offensive minigame, please.
Sometimes things sound offensive.
Hell, training grown tigers naked in a meat suit.
But it's for us to figure out if it is or not with the offensive minigame.
All right, just as a reminder, we did Munchie last week, and that was the one that took it. So, season 71, episode 212, Munchie was... Okay, so just so you know what I'm comparing. Dirty Deloise dubbing debauchery, or breast reduction child abduction.
I guess
if it's offensive, I'll say the breast reduction.
Yeah, because it's like out of context and like weird thing for kids to talk about, like before their characters are formally introduced.
Well, where I was going with Deloise's debauchery is he's voicing over like an adult alien,
an immortal being.
Yeah. Talking about cheerleaders and where they like shower.
Yeah. I guess that's
okay.
So,
I guess it's more. I mean, I want to revert to Munchie. I think actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I forgot like the age thing with Munchie, but he's like 600 years old, or like he's timeless because he's been around for all the world events. Right?
Dinosaurs. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was going for the alliteration, so like I didn't really capture that, so I just wanted to go back over it.
Yeah, so I divert to Munchie.
Yeah, family film firing squad.
Yeah.
Or abhorrent automobile acting. Like Tom Arnold.
I mean, you couldn't have the movie without the whole premise of them being on the run in the car, and but like the family firing squad is like it's a family firing squad.
It's pretty surprising. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
pretty surprising
Munchie again, right?
Kids movie.
Yeah.
All right. Let's reverse it. Bucky pitch black bobbing for boobies, or mustache mother makeout.
That guy was. I hated that guy.
Mustache.
All right.
Yeah, why not? It's one anyway. So.
Yeah, true. Okay, so we have our winner. Let's throw it to the movie comparison and see who wins overall.
Okay. This is ridiculous. I gotta piss so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's time to compare the movies and get the hell out of here. We've been through enough.
Your ducks cut out because your knees are too close to the pole. Y'all learned that on the first day.
Fuck you. All right.
Yeah, I just noticed, right back at you, you noticed something about one of my bumpers today.
You noticing how I said fuck you guys at the very end?
No.
Oh. What did you notice then?
I was going to say, how you...
what else did you notice?
When you said you really have to piss.
Oh.
Now I'm sad.
All right.
No, that's funny. But I didn't notice either, and thanks for both, because now I have to pee even worse because I noticed, and you just told me fuck you. So Munchie or Carpool, Bob 4.5, team 4.5. I think the team win gets the win over Bob.
Team
right?
beats single, yeah. If it's a tiebreaker,
Yeah, I think so. Like if you got all the Power Rangers to fight one Power Ranger, they'd win. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The Green Ranger gave them a run for their money that one time, though.
I just want the 0.01% victory that I get for a team win over Bob.
Yeah.
Like I'm like dividing my victory percentage even further by taking the team win here. But
you're counting your fink beaners.
Yes.
What he wanted to say was, what he wanted to say, as long as the Blue Ranger gets beat up.
Right. Wait. Do you have something against blue people? Because Onward's like kind of great.
Can I point out the yellow Power Ranger was Asian, the pink Power Ranger was like a stereotypical like girl next door, the Red Ranger was Native American, the Black Ranger was black, and the Blue Ranger, who's an unmasked actor, was clearly Jewish, is blue and white. I just want to throw that out there.
Wait,
Billy.
how was he clearly Jewish?
There are tells.
In that tight suit, you can tell the circumcision.
He just had the curls coming down on the outside of the face mask.
No, but there was one episode where like
there
was one episode when they were at the high school cafeteria and he was like trying to haggle him down a quarter for milk or something.
Yeah, right.
www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
Now is a bad time to be talking about this in current geopolitical state. Anyway, Munchie won the offensive minigame. Dialogue. What's worse, Munchie or Carpool?
Munchie.
I actually think it's
Munchie.
Yeah.
Munchie.
Yeah. Low budget things for Munchie or shitty lead actors.
I mean, that's tough because Munchie also had shitty lead actors.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Munchie.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
It's like a double dip.
That's very convincing. Acting, what's worse, Munchie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just said it.
Non-moving mouth as our Munchie demerit. We haven't established a Carpool one yet.
Well, I mean, for you, Chris, it would be Tom Arnold, just in general.
See, I was thinking what you mentioned about the driving before about how he never looked.
Yeah. God. Arnold's
no look negligence.
No look negligence. I like that. Or no look negligence / ambivalent automobiling.
I like it. Yeah.
Ambivalent automobiling. Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because
Munchie clean sweep the shit.
Yeah.
Was it 5-1?
Non-moving mouth or no look negligence / ambivalent automobiling. Just for fun.
We already said low budget, and so I'm going to go with the bad driving.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it wasn't a slaughter; it was a 4-2 loss. Yeah, 4-2, which is what I predict the Knicks will have over the Celtics in this playoff series. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Check the archive.
Not that anybody cares, but yeah, let's take a look at the archive while I announce that Munchie is very clearly the worst movie of the season. I would also like to thank everyone for listening. I'm going to check out The Spelling Bee. I'm going to check out Bad Seed, Red Dragon, and
Manhunter.
Well, actually, I'm going to Manhunter. Yeah. What was it? 86. Bob, Manhunter.
Oh yeah, 86.
86.
Okay. You guys ready for the poll?
Yeah.
Grown-ups, 14%. Black Sheep, 18%. Paul Blart Mall Cop, 68%.
Wow.
Holy shit. Fuck it. Well, it was inevitable. We had to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear we're doing Mall Cop. It's about time. Yeah. Plus, like, I call myself a bad movie aficionado now, and I haven't seen Paul Blart Mall Cop. And I feel like a lot of people would still ask if I've seen that one. Yeah. If I told them.
Yeah.
That, so
I feel like though, if for a bad movie though, like that's one of those like I'm just going off the dome here. I don't know the actual numbers, but if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, I imagine to have like a 20% critical, but like a 90% audience, because like they know their audience. Yeah. So like dunking on it is still like sacrilege to I think most people that like that kind of movie.
Well, it's physical comedy, and he's not that bad at physical comedy.
Yeah.
So
the problem is that it's all fat humor, and it's just so cheap and not funny.
Yeah.
It's been so overdone. I mean, Chris Farley, again, let's just resurrect him one more time.
Yeah.
Did it better than anybody's going to. So
I was mistaken. So critic is a 34%, audience is only 43%. So like they're kind of on the same page there, believe it or not. I'm surprised. All right, well I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's probably not funny at all. And that's probably why it's universally hated. And I'm not looking forward to watching it, but for the sense that I am looking forward to discussing it with you guys, I suppose I am. So that's what we're doing next week. Rob, why don't you plug us, and then we'll throw it to Bob for his last word.
Yeah, you can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, YouTube, others, corporations.
and
we are on
other
TikTok.
corporations.
We are
other
on
banks.
Instagram. Yeah, we have polls and we post clips, and it's overall a pretty good time. It's like nothing. It costs you nothing, to just enjoy, to pick up what we're throwing down. You should totally check it out at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Bob, what is your last word?
I'm going to look at Chris when I say this again. Rhea Patrolman.
Oh
my God.
Because she's like a patrolman, too, in the movie. I just got that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Chris said it first.
I wasn't paying attention to what Chris was saying.
Because her name is Perlman. Not
that was Bob letting me choose his last word unintentionally this time.
Unintentionally, that's right. You can't make me do shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't think you complied with a single one of my requests. So.
Oh no, I did the lineman daddy.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. You got me there. All right. Well, thank you so much, Maeve. Thanks, Shay. Bye, Jelly School. Go ahead, Rob. Take it away.
And Kendra, if you're listening to this, I'm on to your crump.
She stopped listening 45 minutes in.
The crump.
Or Kendra Cora.
Crump. I was talking about crump.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, crump. Fuck crump. Christmas with the crumps. We did Christmas with the crump.
Christmas with the crump. What if she's like our biggest fan and she listens to every episode with rapt attention, waiting for the shout out?
And we occasionally make fun of her.
Yeah, but she didn't have the attention span to stick through one episode by herself.
That's a fair point.
She was doing a round of press. She just had to get her minutes in,
Yeah, right.
For whatever,
we all know how busy she is.
For whatever slapdick improv troupe she's fucking part of.
Yeah, she had a junket at 11 o'clock at night.
Listen, we were just very lucky to have her instead of Emergency Pickles as the sponsor that week, so we'll take it.
Outstanding. Yeah. Bye, Jelly School.